Hello, friends. I'm getting echo. Hello, friends, and how are you doing today? I hope that you're all having a wonderful day. Hello, Vaporeon. Hello, Connor. Hello, Jarius. Hello, Tuzzy. Hello, Camo, and welcome. Hello, Phantos. Hello, Endking. Hello to all of you wonderful beings. Hello to YouTube, who says I have 6 current viewers, and I'm pretty sure I just listed off like 10 people. So, today is going to be a casual, laid-back stream it's going to try to be around my normal stream length, which is about 2 hours. And I am going to just kind of talk about channel update stuff, what we're playing, where we're going with it, things like that. Just fairly basic stuff. And then halfway through, we'll go into a raffle for all the cool stuff, which I'm sure is what you saw in, you know... Ah, it's way too big. Won't be so big. Meh. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a good size. That's still too big. Meh. There. This is the stuff that's going to be raffled off today. I don't usually do raffles, right? That's kind of not my thing. But at the same time, like, I figured people might... It would be a good idea, a cool idea. And this was all generously gifted to the channel, specifically for the intent of giving it away, by the delightful Vaporeon, who is incredibly kind. Dibs on the list. Wait, which one? Oh! I'm not for sale! Oh, music's loud. Okay, thank you. There we go. I am not for sale. So. But we'll worry about all that fun stuff in a little while. Let's see. So, I assume you all know who I am. We've been having a lot of fun on the channel. I've been really enjoying the games we've been playing lately. Like, I've been genuinely overwhelmed by the amount of support I've had for Illusion of Gaia. And... specifically because it's a strange game, right? It's a strange game that... most people haven't heard of, and that is a bit unknown, right? I didn't expect anyone to watch it. I didn't expect... You were literally bidding on me. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll see where this goes. Okay. Hello, Biscuit, and welcome. So, we started just last night the New World campaign with some incredible people, and I'm really proud of the first episode, even though it wasn't really the first episode, right? That was mostly the party getting together, and everyone involved in that campaign is a delight. It's always good to hang out with Magus Eldar. Sprig is a constant delight to be around. Great Dictator, surprisingly not fascist despite his name, is actually very quickly becoming a very good friend who is awesome. And the delightful Polearm guy who's having a good time as well is just a good to have around. And we just started Terranigma, which is already getting to be an interesting game. I don't know how long it is. It might be on the shorter side, but I've never played it, and I'm excited to keep on going with it. I was initially going to follow Dishonored 3, that is to say, Dishonored Death of the Outsider, with the game Deathloop, which is also set in the Dishonored universe. It's not unlike a Dishonored 4. But, honestly, at the end of Dishonored 2, it seemed like a lot of people were kind of getting bored of it. People didn't seem terribly into Dishonored at the end of it. So, I think I'm not going to do the Deathloop right away. I think I'm going to go in a different direction there. There's plenty of directions that I can take, though, right? And I wanted to discuss that. I kind of want to lighten the channel, though, because we've had a couple of dark games in a row, right? We've had Dishonored, which is fairly dark, Live Alive, which isn't super dark, but, you know, it has some dark themes, especially at the end that we got into, and Illusion of Gaia is an extraordinarily dark game. Like, that's just a very dark game. So I want to lighten the mood on the channel. So I was thinking, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. I've never played it, despite the Super Nintendo being the system that I've played with the most. Despite that being the system that I've spent the most time in, I've never actually played Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. So I was thinking that, but then I'm running 2 Super Nintendo games simultaneous, right? Should I have one that's more visually appealing? Should I have one that's a bit more dynamic? I'd love to play another Little Gator game, something like that. It was a delight. Welcome, Getty. I'm glad you could make it. Download the mod to make Baby Mario quiet? That's a good idea. Other ideas we could do is there is a Seiken Densetsu remake, which I do have access to. I've always wanted to play Seiken Densetsu, but never got into it. But the remake would give us a little bit more of the the 3D moods on it. And honestly, I'm kind of just in the mood for a Castlevania game. I could just do, like, one of the one of the Game Boy Advance Castlevania games. I'm up for what people want, right? This is the channel that I have for streaming. This is the channel that I have for streaming what you guys want. Because if you guys are having fun, I'm having fun. And I genuinely have noticed that. Seriously. I have noticed that the more people I have watching, the better a streamer I am. The more excited I get, the more hype I am, the more bouncy I am. Like, just the more people that are watching, the better I stream. So we're making Dark Shadow? I can make a note of that. Give me a second here. I don't know that one. But if it's dark, I do want to lighten up the mood a bit. Oh, Detective Donald Duck game. Oh, that sounds pretty fun. But other options would include, like, Okami. I have that right, which I have Okami HD. Spellforce 3, which I don't know much about, but seems kind of cool, and I have it in my Steam library. Or we could just push straight into Witcher, because I know that I want to play The Witcher. I've never played any of the Witcher games, but I've read every single Witcher novel. I know all the Witcher books. Actually, that's what I was thinking about doing. I was thinking about doing Tunic. If it's okay with Tuzzy. Because, Tuzzy, when did you finish Tunic? That was about a month ago, right? Give or take? I think Tunic would probably be the best next fit on the channel. Because it's light, but it's also adventure-y in 3D. Because then I have one 2D game and one 3D game at the same time. Oh, it was more than a couple months ago? Okay. Because one thing that is true of any streamer, or any content creator, honestly, is you don't want to step on your friend's toes, right? If you have a friend who's playing a game, you don't want to play that game. Not at the same time, not in the same moment. If you have a friend who's making a video essay, you don't want to make a video essay on the same topic. Not at the same time, not at the same moment. You want to give it a little while. Usually a month is considered polite. It's just good YouTube etiquette, right? I don't know if it's the same on Twitch, because Twitch tends to favor the infinite gameplay games, that is to say, your Valorants and your Dotas and your League of Legends. Games that don't really have an end, you know? Whereas this is more of a thing for games that if somebody watches a playthrough, they're probably not going to watch another, right? If someone's playing Pokemon Violet and someone else is playing Pokemon Violet, you're only watching one of those streams. You're realistically probably not going to watch both those streams, right? Like, that's not a hot take or anything, I don't think. And yeah, I mean, if it's like Valorant, sure, right, every game is going to be different, and the stream is going to add their personality to it. It's going to be different. Cult of the Lamb, kind of in the middle. But something like, Illusion of Gaia, Dishonored, and also something like Tunic or the Stray. Stray's actually a fantastic example. You saw everybody play Stray, and everybody did bad on it. Like, seriously, Stray had pretty bad metrics for a lot of my friends, because everyone who was watching Stray was watching one person play Stray and not watching other people play it, because they were invested in watching one person play. Which makes sense. That makes sense. So, yeah. That thought process is why I didn't want to pick up Tunic right when one of my friends was playing it. But yeah, I think I will pick that. I think I'm going to say it. I'm going to decide that. I'm going to go rawr and decide things. I can make decisions. I'm an adult, probably. Tunic is next game. There, I wrote it. I wrote it in the channel secrets channel in the Discord. Now it's official. Now it's canon. Now it has to happen. So what we do is we usually have we usually have 2 story-based games going at the same time, and 1 tabletop RPG. But that's changed because now there's 2 tabletop RPGs. I'm still playing in Kashak's game as the character Asana, who is a delight to play, a ancient fey spirit, the spirit of Winter's Breath. And now I have my own game, which I'm sure many of you saw, which just happened last night, which with the wonderful people who I credited out earlier. So Friday is just going to be a tabletop RPG day, because both these games are every other week. Every other week we either have Kashak's game or my game, and on nights with my game, it'll be good times. Both of them will be good times. Both of them will be a delight. But that does trim up how many days I have to stream. I can't stream for 6 days a week. I do work. For anybody who doesn't know, I have a job. YouTube is not paying my bills yet. Maybe someday. From what I've heard from other content creators, around the 30,000 mark of subscribers is when you can start transitioning into being a YouTuber full-time. And that's the goal. That's the dream. I want that. Because switching to YouTube full-time would also give me more time to work on my voice acting, and I could start getting into that field as well. YouTube full-time, voice acting part-time is kind of like my dream. That's my dream job. So, am I going to get there? I hope so. I'm going to try. I'm going to try with all my heart. Because, frankly, that's important to me. You emotionally invested in watching me succeed? Aww, thank you. I am too. I'll get there one day. Honestly, I think I will. I have a background that many of my colleagues don't, right? I have the background as an actor. I have the background as an improv actor, specifically. I have the background as, I don't know. In game design. I have the game design background, which gives me a lot to talk about when I'm talking about video games. So, I think, honestly, I will succeed. I can do that. People have asked me, hey Jade, how do you get into VTubing? And my meme answer is, it's easy. Just go get a fine arts degree first. Go get a fine arts degree first, and with improv classes, and you'll do fine. I'm not serious when I say that, but at the same time, it's I can't give you those tools, right? If you want to improve yourself as a streamer, you should take improv classes. I'm just dead serious about that. And beyond that, just stream, right? If you want to become a streamer, stream. That's step 1, right? The streamer streams. Just get out there and put yourself out there and improve on the way. You'll find things and improve that you're doing. Why is my tracking not being great today? You'll find things that you're doing that need improving as you're doing them, and you'll find your style along the way. I found my style along the way, and I even went into this with that background, and I still didn't really have my style for how long? How long was I doing this? Just kind of, fumbling around without really knowing my style? I mean, real talk? I probably didn't really get into my own actual style until, Chicory or Metroid Dread. And there's a lot of, things, that's kind of where I really figured out what my style was. I would say Metroid Dread I would say Chicory and Metroid Dread are the first 2 where I really knew what I was doing, I guess? I don't know. No, I still know what I'm doing. That's also true. If anybody's new here and wants to check out some of my stuff, I would recommend the Metroid Dread playthrough. I would recommend the Final Fantasy VI playthrough. Final Fantasy VI is probably the one that I'm most proud of on the channel. It's just genuinely something that means the world to me. But you'll have to deal with my old model, and looking back on my old model, and it just looks like it just looks so out of place. It just looks like it doesn't belong. My old model, well, I love it still. It's still a good model. It's just I definitely outgrew it. I definitely outgrew it before I got this model. And then, now I have this. And I'm going to slowly and subtly increase the boob size every couple of months until somebody notices. I'm kidding. Where am I? I don't know. You don't know. Step 1, be good and improve. Step 2, be adorable. Step 3, profit. Oh, be good at improv. Yeah, there's no E at the end of improv. Yeah, I would say step 1 is correct. Step 2, like, I don't know, maybe? Step 3, profit. And that's why 30k is the point. That's the point where you have enough people. Vaporeon says find an army of Sims to pay for your existence, and you're not entirely wrong, because 30,000 is when you have a combination of enough ad reads and enough donators, enough people, on average, enough donators to support your life, to support a lifestyle. So, yeah, you're not entirely 1,000 point wrong. 5B Kobold, I don't know. There's not a lot of, like, as far as, like, the big kobolds out there, it's kind of like Pack Tactics. What's their name? Touch Scaly Tail. I forget what's their name again? You know who I'm talking about. Is it Pack Tactics, Touch Scaly Tail, and then, like, is it me? Is, like, but Sprig, obviously. Sorry, I meant, yeah, obviously Sprig. So, yeah, Pack Tactics, Touch Scaly Tail, Sprig, and me is, like, that kind of how it goes. Sprig is a delight. Absolutely, go follow Kobold Sprig on Twitch. She is just phenomenal person. 10 out of 10. Hashtag not sponsored. But no, she's wonderful, great friend, and wonderful person all around. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I'm one of the bigger kobolds, and that's kind of weird to think of, though, right? Like, kind of weird to think that I am on that path. And I'm continuing in a minute. Also, oh, by the way, I hit 6K on TikTok. I don't know how many people here found me on TikTok, or how many people here follow me on TikTok. If you follow me on TikTok, it's all my YouTube shorts. Everything I post on TikTok is... Oh, Tikri. That's right. Touch Scaly Tail is Tikri. Thank you so much, Tessie. Like, TikTok is just my YouTube shorts. My YouTube shorts are copy-pasted into TikTok. And I'm doing really well over there, honestly. Like, genuinely, my TikTok account is doing numbers. Don't get full of yourself, you're still only a meter true. No matter how big I be, I will still be small, it's true. That's something to be proud of, right? I will still be small. And I'll still be cozy, right? I will still be my style even if I get big, right? I will still be crisp and calming and wholesome and educational while still being an absolute nerd who has no idea what's going on. You know, that will be my style forever. So no matter how big I get, I will still be small. So the question then becomes, what do we play for the RPG slot after Terranigma? Because then we have an open slot for RPG. Could do Final Fantasy IX. Could do... I'm not going to do Beacon Pines, even though it's a perfect fit for the channel, because my favorite channel has already played through it all and I watched it, so I've already seen it. And it's the kind of game where you can't actually get through the first experience a second time, you know? Earthbound is a really good option. That's true. I have never played Earthbound, and that's a really good idea. Tuzzy, I don't have a DS capture card. Yeah. I would play Monster Hunter Stories, but I've already played it, and it's okay. It's fine. It's a fine game. I liked it, but honestly, I don't really love all of the mechanics that it uses. It's on Android. Then I'd have to be using an Android emulator. I think I'm gonna pass on that. But yeah, My biggest complaint about Monster Hunter Stories is that you can't keep your monsters the same monsters. In Pokemon, you can keep your starter the entire game. You can keep your starting bird the entire game. Is it going to be as strong as some of the things you find later? No, but it's still going to be viable. It's still going to be playable. You can still feel like you have a competitive Pokemon, even though what you have is a Fearow, right? That can still be playable. That can still help your team. Even if it's not like the strongest Pokemon in the world, you can still use your favorite Pokemon. You can still use your Dunsparce. And, well, Monster Hunter Stories doesn't do that. The early monsters that you can capture and train become obsolete, and that sucked for me because I love Velocidrone. I wanted to play with a Velocidrone the entire game. It's cool. It's cute. It's it's friend-shaped. You can ride it, and it has a really nice sprite and a decent ability. But it just became Oh, that's true. That's right. I should do a 5-job fiesta. I'll talk about 5-job fiesta in a moment. That's true. That's in June. Actually, yeah, that'll line up right after Earthbound, won't it? So yeah, in Monster Hunter Stories, your monsters just become useless. My Velocidrone just could not hurt any higher tier monsters, even though that was the monster I wanted to use. It just became useless to me. And that sucked. That sucked. I wanted to use the monsters I enjoyed. And the game was like, you're not allowed to do that. Not happening. Okay. 4-job fiesta. Let's talk 4-job fiesta, because most people don't know what that is. I have been wanting to play Final Fantasy V for a while, and I will. Because it's good. It's just a good game. Final Fantasy V 4-job fiesta is a charity event where a whole bunch of people, or streamers, whatever, will all play Final Fantasy V at the same time. The way Final Fantasy V works, you have different job crystals that are unlocked throughout the game. So at the beginning of the game, you get your white mage, your black mage, your fighter. In the middle of the game, you get your blue mage. You get your berserker. You get all the Final Fantasy jobs, and you can change any of the characters' jobs at any time. Well, 4-job fiesta says, hey, you aren't allowed to change your jobs at any time. In fact, you must use these certain jobs that are given to you by a bot. And you do that, and it's like, oh, okay, what are the jobs that I can use? And you just roll it. It's like, okay, you might get in a situation where like, oh, I don't have a healer. I get a list of jobs and I don't have anybody who can heal. You can only use those jobs ever. It's like, okay. You might say like, oh, get only some late game jobs and like just kind of be screwed in the early game. Or you might get a berserker, which is bad. Berserkers cannot be controlled. A berserker is going to attack every opportunity and do nothing else. And while it hits blindingly hard, there's a lot of tactical fights in the game where you can't just attack, where you have to watch out for the enemy parrying you. You have to watch out for which order you have to attack enemies. Berserker in Final Fantasy V is the worst berserker in any Final Fantasy game, because Final Fantasy V is much more tactical about it. And playing berserker in that game, frankly, sucks. Like, real talk, it's just real bad. Yeah. So you can do a normal run where you're assigned one class from each crystal, and you're only allowed to use those classes. Sure, whatever. You can do a random run. Players are assigned one class from any of the available jobs with new jobs unlocked. As in, you can only use the jobs and as you get them. A chaos run, where players are assigned job, blah, 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 blah. And then there's chaos runs where you can get berserkers. It is possible to RNG yourself into 4 berserkers. And people have done it. People have played through the entire game and bashed their face into a wall with 4 berserkers. There is at least one fight where you almost cannot win. There's at least one fight where you almost cannot win with a berserker because you have to do magic damage and they can't cast spells. You can't even control them. You can't even use the spell like items, like they can cast, flood as an item ability. No, you just have to give one of your berserkers a weapon that does magic damage and pray to whatever deity of your choice that one berserker is going to be able to RNG their way into victory. So, yeah, I'm totally going to this. Yeah, I think 4-job Fiesta is going to be a great idea. With Berserker Risk, obviously. Obviously, I would do Berserker Risk. You wonder if I would want to play any PS2 games. I have the capture card. Well, no, I would just run it through the PS4 that I have. Yeah, I could run PS2 games through the PS4 through the capture card, so that is an option. We have about half. We'll do it a little ways away from the raffle, just to clarify. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that at 6. Then we're gonna do that after an hour of discussion. Then we'll have an hour of raffle. That's the plan. Just to clarify. Because I see some people hopping in and out of stream, so yeah. PS2 games don't work on PS4? Oh. Well, I do have a PS2 somewhere. So, I could still do that. You interested to see me play 4-job Fiesta? I think that's going to be a really good thing. I really do. So, after Terranigma, we should have time before the 4-job Fiesta starts, because that's going to be mid-July, right? Mid-June, rather. And so I'll do that, but I should have time for Earthbound in between, because I understand that Earthbound's not that long of a game. You think Jade's ready for Armored Core 3? Maybe, maybe not. You can play the remastered... Oh, gotcha. But yeah, 4-job Fiesta Berserker. Also, Final Fantasy V has trans representation. It's true. It's just true. Final Fantasy V has a trans character. This is just a fact. It's just a fact. Ferris is transgender. True. And it's so obvious in retrospect, and I never realized it when I first played it because of the way the game's presented and because of the society that I lived in, frankly. Yeah, my RNG going into 4-job Fiesta, yeah, we're rolling 4 berserkers, let's bloody go. Guarantee it, right? Every single time? Yeah, it's gonna be great. But yeah, will be a charity, Final Fantasy V will be a charity stream. But yeah, Ferris in Final Fantasy V is a transgender male, is transmask. He is a pirate captain, and he is badass. And it is actually a plot point that they are trans. It's not even just like, it's just a random fact or a random representation or like a backfill they added later on. Like, no, it's actually plot relevant that Ferris in Final Fantasy V is transgender. And it's like, it's handled in a way that Japan could make in the 90s and that Ted Woosley would translate. So like, it's not the most gracefully handled. But there's literally a scene where he's yelling at his dad for dead naming him. Like, it's about as clearly coded as trans as you can get, as it's possible to get. There's like nobody can actually deny it. Ferris best boy. Anyways, yeah, 4-job Fiesta. Definitely doing that. I don't know which one we'll do. I kind of like the idea where you unlock one class for each person at each crystal. Is that how it works? There we go. Hi. There we go. So. That's the plan. In the RPG slot, we have Earthbound, well, Terra Nigma currently, followed by Earthbound, followed by the 4-Job Fiesta. In the Adventure slot, we are going to just move straight into Tunic, and then after Tunic, we will run into whatever, frankly. I have thought about playing Sekiro on the channel. I don't know if people would be interested in that. People enjoyed me playing Elden Ring, but I don't know if Sekiro would be as engaging. I've only played a little bit of Sekiro. I've not beaten it, so... Any tips on how to make a magical OC? I should do another character creation stream, shouldn't I? I've been trying to do one form of chatting stream every week. Just because, well... I don't know, people like them. So, by doing one form of chat stream each week has been cutting... Oh yeah, so this is what I was going to bring up before. By having two tabletop RPGs, my game and Kashak's game, the New World campaign and the Luminian campaign, there is only so many days in the week, right? If I'm spending 2 days on an RPG game and 2 days on an adventure game, then I don't have any chat streams. And I need chat streams for people to be interested, right? For people to be paying attention and know how my life is going, how the channel's going. People like chat streams. I don't, get it, but, I mean, I enjoy it too. So, what I've been doing lately is I've been slow tracking Dishonored. Because it was already starting to slow down, people weren't as interested in it as they were in the other content I was making. So I've already been slowing down. I already slowed down in Dishonored to 1 time a week until we beat it, so I could keep up the chat streams. And I don't know if that's the direction that we should be going. And I want your guys' input on this, because I want to have 2 games running, right? I want to have 2 different games running at the same time. And I think that the RPG and adventure slots are a really good fit, right? I want to be known for doing narrative-based games. That's what I love. That's what I want to be known as. That's what I want to do. And adventure games are a delight, and I love them. I'm passionate about them. So, if I'm doing both of those, and I'm also doing tabletop RPGs with some wonderful people who I'm greatly enjoying, and I realistically can't stream another day of the week. I have to have at least 2 days off of streaming, to be blunt. Just not reasonable for me yet at this time to stream more. Then what direction do I take this? Do I split RPGs into once a week because Terra Nigma and Earthbound are shorter games that will still keep some attention in them? Do I do the adventure game once a week and just see if people are still interested in that, even if it's less regular? Do I cut some of my chatting streams and just go into RPG game 1, game 2? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. There's a lot of ways to go into it. Tuzzy, there's no need to delete that. I mean, that was off topic, but that's fine. I mean, yeah. On this kind of stream, there's no need to delete off-topic comments. It's not like we're playing. Well, it's not like we're in the middle of, Terra Nigma or like Final Fantasy VI or something. So yeah, don't sweat it. Though that is true that in when I'm in the middle of a game, that was accidental. Oh. I'm sorry, Camo. Mod pressed the wrong button. Whoops! Your phone was in your pocket. Oh my god! You feel like Earthbound is a game that you'll enjoy much more for your first time playing it with friends? Well, I'll be streaming it, and so I'll be with my friends. So yeah, that tracks. I am looking forward to that. It's one of those. It's like when I played Chrono Trigger, right? I know that Chrono Trigger was one of the best games of all time. I just never got around to it, right? I just never played it, knowing full well that it's one of the best games of all time and that I should. And so I'm just sitting here like, I should play it. But every time I sat down to play it, it's like, I kind of want to play Final Fantasy VI again instead. So I would just replay Final Fantasy VI every time I was convinced to play Chrono Trigger. And I'm glad I waited, because I got to share that experience on stream. I got to share that experience live. And Earthbound's going to be the same way. My first time playing Earthbound is going to be when live, and that's exciting, right? I get to share that first time experience with a lot of people who also have a first time experience, right? Because a lot of people haven't played classic games. There's a lot of games that are hidden gems, exactly. And yeah, and a lot of games that I love that other people have never seen, like Final Fantasy V, you know? Hello, Zozo. Welcome. I'm doing fantastic. But yeah, I have a list of other games that I'd be interested in. Styx Master of Shadows would be an interesting stealth game. I do want to play Seiken Densetsu at one point, and I am tentatively going to say that after Sekiro, Seiken Densetsu might be good in that slot. But that's going 3 games out, and anything could come out then. And the fact still remains that if a game comes out that is popular, that I need to jump on, I will, right? Pardon me. If I have a DLC drop for Pokemon, right? That's going to happen in the near future. When the Pokemon DLC drops, I'm going to pick it up. And I'm going to kind of drop what I'm doing, right? If I'm in the middle of Tunic or Sekiro, I'll shelve it to play that while strike while the coal's hot, right? Strike while people are paying attention to it, strike while it's in the media thing, because I still need to grow. At the end of the day, I need to keep on focusing on YouTube growth without sacrificing the quality of my content. And it's easier, it's pretty easy to do, right? Because I want to do it. It's stuff that I want to do. I'm not going to chase the algorithm so hard that I'm going to play a game that I don't like. I'm not going to jump into like Roblox or something. I'm not going to jump into Minecraft again. I played some Minecraft. I saw what it was like. I tipped my hat and I left. I want to keep my branding, and my branding is playing games that have a narrative. A game that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. A game that has a story that you get through, you know? A game that comes and tells a story and then bows gracefully and leaves. As opposed to like Valorant, where you're just jumping in and jumping out. Where you have a game, or Among Us, where you jump in, have a game, leave. So, within that realm, within that safe area that I want my branding, that I want my target demographic, that I want my style to be, within that style bubble, I also need to chase some algorithms. I need to be able to say, oh, okay, some such is coming out, I need to pay attention to that. Let me check my Steam wishlist just to see what's in early access. So, like, if... Actually, oh, a lot of my early access have already released. Neat. Oh, no, they haven't. Hold on. So, like, yeah, if one of my Steam early access game drops, or if, like, some new game comes out that I need to jump on, then yeah, I'm gonna jump on it, right? Did I ever play Paper Mario? I played the first one. Just the first one. And I did play Super Mario RPG, though. That was fun. Geno for Smash, obviously. Yeah, GameCube Paper Mario has canon trans representation, too. I remember that, yeah. That is very cool. Representation matters and all that. I love Portal, and I love Portal 2. And I could be convinced to play them, frankly. It wouldn't be a hard sell. I have played them both before, so it wouldn't be that long, since I would probably remember a bunch of the puzzles. But I could absolutely play through them. Portal 2 is in particular is just a delightful game. I have actually considered playing through Half-Life 2 as well, because I could do it in VR, and I kind of want to try more VR streams, but my VR has been a bit glitchy, especially when trying to run OBS at the same time. That's why I'm not in as VR as often as I'd like to be, because OBS and me and VR don't get along, so if I do VR, it might end up being an upload instead of a live stream. But let's be honest, we all know that this channel is like 2 steps away from becoming an upload channel anyways with my style. People don't need to watch me live. I love it when people watch me live. People watching me live fills my heart with joy. But, but, I also don't watch people live. If you're my friends and if you're on watching me live, you know full well that I don't watch you. I don't usually watch people live. I will catch your VODs once in a while, and my style is to stream to the VOD. My videos are all live recordings, right? I do the video live with the full expectation that people are going to be watching it whenever it's convenient for them. And that's why I'm less active with chat. That's why I don't have any like crazy sound alerts, because those are fun for people who are watching when Jade is Game Grumps. Yeah, Game Grumps was a big inspiration for me. I watched a lot of Game Grumps, not recently, but back in the day, back when it was, I mean, yeah, in the earlier times of Game Grumps, back in the the Sonic 06 era of Game Grumps, it was a delight. That was the kind of thing I did. Playframe or Pro Jared are probably 2 of the bigger inspirations now. I think that my style and Pro Jared's style are actually fairly similar, and that is both of those are upload channels, right? All 3 of those are upload channels. Even Game Grump lives feel like regular episodes, and that's how I feel. I hope that my live streams when I'm playing an RPG feel like uploads. And yeah, I do need to grab Luna and do some more Homestuck. I know people have been enjoying that, and I want to do more too. I do have Soldiers, if you've heard of that game. Soldiers is a Souls-like game that with a 2D platformer perspective. Not like Salt and Sanctuary, but a little bit more like Castlevania. A little bit more Castlevania-y. Fallout New Vegas for the RPG slot as soon as it comes out in VR. Somebody is making Fallout New Vegas for Fallout 4 engine as a Fallout 4 mod. When that happens, then the Fallout 4 mod will work in Fallout 4 VR. And I want to live in New Vegas in VR. I want to play New Vegas in that world. I am hungry for that. Same thing with Morrowind in VR in Skyrim engine. Same thing with Oblivion in the Skyrim engine. Both of those are coming through. Both of those are being worked on. Both of those are in development. And I want to play them in VR so badly. I think Morrowind in particular would just be a wild experience just because of the way that the questing system is laid out. Because a lot of Morrowind's quests are walk down 3 blocks and take a right as your directions. You're given actual directions. You're given like actual mechanical directions as opposed to a little marker that says, go here, follow this quest marker. Whoop, it's over here now. Follow the quest marker. Whoop. Okay, you did it. Yay, good job. You get a praise and where's my other arm? Give me another arm up here. Yay, you did it. You get a good job. You get some praise and you get a quest reward. It's like, no. Morrowind is like, hey, can you go talk to my bud? He lives on south side of town. Just ask for Thomas and they'll point you in the right direction. Turn right at the barking dog. It's that kind of storytelling that's more grounded in reality in a way that's less convenient, but with chat backing me up and saying, hey Jade, you missed it, it's around this corner, that'll be helpful. But also with the VR engine being there in person saying, okay, I am looking for, I am in this world, I am currently present in this world, I can walk 3 blocks and take a right. That seems more realistic. Have I ever been to Great Wolf because they have IRL quests? Yes, I have actually. Though, yeah, actually I've been to Great Wolf. It is pretty cool. There's also a place called, what was it? Yeah. I've been to a couple places like that, and they're a lot of fun. I love indoor water parks. I love going to an indoor water park in the middle of the winter. It just has the best feeling in the world. It's like, oh, it's snowing outside. I'm going to go outside, jump in the snow, then come inside and go down a water slide. It's just a delight. Sorry, that was a bit side tangent, but yeah. A lot of those retro RPGs that I want to play Chelsea, stop telling people Nevada's real. No. But yeah, that's a really long and roundabout way of saying I want to play these games. I want to replay Oblivion because I loved it, and oh my god, if it includes Shivering Isles, Shivering Isles is the best DLC of any video game that has DLC. I will die on this hill. Show me a video game that's not made by Firaxis that has better DLC than Shivering Isles. I dare you. I dare you. Name one. And no, anything by Firaxis does not count because those... That's a different thing. It's just... Okay, Shovel Knight comes close. I'll give you half credit for that one. Shovel Knight DLC is exquisite. I have to give you credit on that one, but the Shivering Isles is phenomenal. If you don't know, Oblivion takes place in the same world as Skyrim. More people know about Skyrim these days. It takes place to the south. It's the province to the south of Skyrim, and it stretches across the vast majority of Tamriel, of the world, and it has a lot of different biomes, whereas Skyrim kind of is always locked into the same biome. Skyrim is always the, hey, it's cold and there's mountains around. Skyrim doesn't have a lot of diversity in locations. That's its biggest weakness, is that you go to Skyrim and everything's kind of the same. You know? It just kind of is. And Oblivion didn't have that problem, because you can go to the north, to Bruma, and be like, oh, hey, this feels like Skyrim. Bruma feels like Skyrim, but you can also go south and get to some marshes that actually like feels like Black Marsh. You can head, into the south left and find areas that are more heavily forested, more like the woods, and like it's and you have the Iliad runes and you have the Oblivion plains. Oblivion is just the best Elder Scrolls game. And it hurts me to say this because I know the game has problems. It's not a perfect game. The game's wildly flawed. Wildly flawed. But also wildly good. And experiencing that world in VR would be a delight. You won a cosplay contest with a Golden Guard? Actually, that sounds amazing. And yeah, I'm actually a big cosplayer. I actually adore cosplay. I usually am not... How can I phrase this? I'm usually not allowed to win cosplay contests. Take that how you will. I'm usually not allowed to win if I am allowed to even participate. I'll let you guess on that one for a few minutes if you want. Oblivion had the best magic system in a console RPG? I don't know. I'd have to think about that. There we go. Big stretch. Do I watch Owl House? I really did. Yeah, the leveling system in Oblivion is kind of jank. It's jank. It's super jank. But it's also like jank in a charming way. I don't know. I didn't hate it the way I hated Skyrim's. In Oblivion, the level up system is jank but not unplayable. You know what I'm saying? The biggest problem is that, like Vaporeon says, the biggest problem in Oblivion's leveling system is that you can screw yourself over. You can actually not soft lock, but you can make yourself... You can break your own character accidentally. XCOM 2 playthrough. That's true, I should play XCOM on the channel sometime. I've never done that. Why can't I win the contest? Okay, so, I staff conventions. I've staffed several conventions. And I have staffed some of the largest anime conventions in North America for the last X number of years. I have almost always been either a staffer or a manager or an organizer at the anime conventions that I go, because it's the thing that I do. Literally, some of my policies for anime conventions have been used across the entire globe. Some of my anime conventions policies have been brought all the way back to Japan, right? And Yes, actually, something that I'm semi-famous for, I guess. But as a result of that, staffers usually aren't allowed to enter cosplay contests, or, frankly, are too busy to enter the cosplay contest because there's so much going on at that time. So while I do love cosplay and I do cosplay regularly, I'm usually not allowed to enter as staff. Because then other people can point to judge bias if I did win, if I did come out well. But yeah, I have had many costumes that were really, really good. Final Fantasy XI Red Mage, Haru from Persona 5 in both outfits. I actually had one outfit during the day and one outfit during the night, because that was that's how like one of the warrior outfits and one of the casual outfits, both of which were exquisite. One of my favorites is Monster Hunter Sophia from Monster Hunter, the guild marm. I'll probably be cosplaying that this year. So yeah, I'll probably be bringing back that complex cosplay this year, I should say. So yeah, I cosplay frequently and I love it. It's fun. It's a good time. We're about 10 minutes away from the prize party. Let's see. I think that covers most of what I wanted to talk about. Does anybody have any more questions? We've sort of been doing questions at the same time. Or I should say, did I miss anything in there? Oh, Oblivion is the best magic system in a console RPG. Changed my mind. So the nice thing about Oblivion's magic system is that it's customizable. You can literally craft your own spells. And that's really what makes it phenomenal. The downside of Oblivion's magic system is, of course, it's breakable. It's breakable and it's optimizable, and if you start making spells with the intention of making a spell that's good, you'll stop having fun with it, right? If you try to make good spells, then your spells are going to be a lot more samey. They're all going to do the same thing, and that's not as fun. Whereas something like Skyrim plus the Armageddon, is it? Armageddon magic system, if I want to say? Apocalypse magic mods. The Apocalypse magic mods are phenomenal. I actually think that's better because unlike Oblivion's magic system, where you have to work off of a set thing, the Apocalypse mod magic system just has a wild diversity of spells. There's so many new types of spells. There are there's an entire tree of decay spells in the healing tree that makes healing an actual viable pick that doesn't have to rely on something else. You can there's an entire wide array of summon spells that aren't just summon dude with armor to assist you, like, or summon an Atronach. There's just a incredible diversity of different types of magic in that game, with that mod. So I'm going to say that if you include mods, and you can call me out of this, you can say no, mods don't count. You can say Jade, no, nah. You just got to go with the basic Skyrim spells. They're all pretty baseline. You don't get to count mods. That's fair. But then you're not allowed to count the mods that fixed Oblivion's magic system either, because Oblivion's magic system was broken. And I don't mean broken as in overpowered, I mean it was kind of actually mechanically broken. Like, it kind of just didn't work at times, right? So if you count mods, Skyrim's with Apocalypse is better. If you don't count mods, I still am not 100% sure that it is Oblivion when Divinity 2 exists. Right? I'm not convinced that Oblivion's magic system is better than Divinity's. Divinity Original Sin 2. It's just really good. Everything in it is unique, interesting, dynamic. So yeah, that's my take. I would have to put that on top if we don't count mods, and then Skyrim if we do. You spaced on the entire Divinity series. That's fair. I mean, understandable. It's a different type of game. But the spell system in there, and the way the spells work together, the amount of synergies that you can find, regardless of what classes you take, the amount of strange and dynamic effects that you can find Just find, like, uncover synergies that are in the system that work. I love it. It's really good. Divinity Original Sin 2 is an outstanding game. Would I play it on the channel? I've already played it multiple times. If I found a collab partner that hadn't played it, like if you tell me, oh, Spriggs never played Divinity Original Sin 2, I'm going to say, cool, she should go play it with Shard. That would be my answer. But if you were to tell me, and also she has, I'm pretty sure, but if you were to tell me, hey, you know, such and such hasn't played it, you could collab with them, then I might consider it. What is divinity? Tuzzy is asking the philosophical question of what divinity truly is, and how we as feeble creatures can truly understand the nature of the divine. Well, sorry. It's not that deep. What video games films do you feel bad for? I don't know. I mean, Kefka for sure. Like, Kefka is a Kefka is a monster. An absolute demon, an absolute monstrosity, but... And what they did was entirely their fault. But at the same time, it is tragic that they got there. It is tragic what happened to them to create that situation. That's my... honestly, you know what? Monster Hunter, especially... actually, both of the most recent Monster Hunter games, World and Rise, both have really tragic final bosses. Final bosses that you need to put down because the creature is a baby that is flailing. It is an innocent child that does not know what it's doing, but runs the risk of leveling cities in its tantrums, in its, you know, its infancy state. I actually felt really bad for the end boss of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak because it's just a lamentable... When I say final boss, I mean, you know, the final story boss. It's just a lamentable creature that I wish could have found a way to live away from humans. You know, that I wish that it didn't need to be put down. That one felt bad. Flowey? Nah, Flowey had it coming to them. GLaDOS too. They were kind of jerks. I don't feel bad for them. Should we start moving on to the prize support? Is that what people are all here for? Are people hyped for prizes? I think that's why y'all came here, right? So, you're for cute couple. Aww. How do we want to go about this? We came to talk and stayed for Lizard. Aww. Do you know the Flowey or GLaDOS backstories? I do, but... yeah. I don't feel bad for them, especially Flowey. Flowey is just not a good creature. Do they have a tragic story? Yes. Did they deserve what happened to them? Probably not. Do I feel bad for them? No. Because they took the power that they gained and they used it with intent. They didn't use it accidentally. There was no whoopsie doodle, I accidentally... the world. It was... I mean, that's also true of Kefka, but like... I don't know. I don't feel bad for those characters. But he can't feel anything because he doesn't have a soul. Yeah, well. Kefka was just a dude until people started bullying him, and until he was an experiment. He remember, he was literally an experiment. They took Kefka and said, hey, let me slide down here. They took Kefka and said, hey, what if we just tried a magic and did a research, and like that's what broke them. That's what broke Kefka, and that was not their fault. And yeah, they turned into a nihilist, and then they found a way to manifest their nihilism into reality. Oh gosh, Final Fantasy VI is such a good game. X-Death has nothing on Kefka. X-Death is a jerk, but you know. So how do you guys want to do the surprise sport? Are you even interested in surprises? I assume that's why you're here. I assume you're here because you wanted fat loots. You forgot it was happening. You here for fun? Aww. Alright, so. Yeah, you understand X-Death. They forced consciousness on him by filling him with evil spirits. Yeah, that's true. And, like, it's a really tragic... I don't know. Yeah. X-Death sucks. The whole situation sucks. What's behind the penguin? I have a shark plushie there that was also part of this care package. That I was told that I could keep something one thing. That shark is mine. I'm not giving up the shark. I'm keeping it, and it's my best friend, and I love it. Actually, where's my phone? There it is. Ah. I could take it. Yeah. I could take a picture of the shark. It is not a Blaha, tragically. Hello, Majasev. Welcome. Blaha's light. So. Do we want to do this by individual component? Do we want to do this by lot? Do we want to just all agree that Tuzzy gets the fox? Like, how do we want to go about this? Or Snow? We should also send the fox. I should just send the fox to Snow, shouldn't I? That'd probably be. What is Blaha? Blaha is the IKEA shark. It's the name of the IKEA shark. If you've probably seen it in memes. Yeah. Blaha is friendly shark, a friendly support shark. Emotional support shark. Snow ain't here. True. So there's 4... Oh, where is it? I have a list. So there's 4 plushies. A bear, a fox, a penguin, and a cat. The fox is just almost creepily Tuzzy. Like it looks a lot like one of the fan arts, one of the common pieces of artwork that they use. So I am tempted just to throw that out there. Dungliskog? Who's that? Oh, the brown bear. Yeah, that's an adorable one. Big soft bear. Little cat hat. Yee. And then we have 4 Gundams. We have which is which? We have the MS-06. That what it is? Yeah. Oh no, that's the MS-8 team. That's the MS-8 team there. We have the MS-06F, the MS-18, and a red one. Look, this one doesn't have. It's red. That's all I got. Okay. And then we have 3 figures. We have Dio. We have an Apex Legend Wraith, and we have this guy from which is from Jujutsu Kaisen, I believe. Little cat hat. I like it. a... Hold on, what does that say? A Gauf Custom Sazabi, Comfer, and Zakutu. Zaku-2. Zakuni. You don't care who goes... It seems kind of unanimous that Tuzzy gets the fox, and I'm okay with this. So let's just tip our hat to say... Can I take a picture of the hat and turn the shark and turn it into hair for my model? I can take a picture of the shark. Give me a second and I can do that. Let me just get a place on my desk for it. Because I just kind of shove things over. Where is it? There it is. Okay. I will show you the shark. It's a very good shark. I am acquiring the shark to show. There we go, got it. Just get it into OBS now. You can, okay, yeah, I guess you can, sure, why not? Ah! Shark. There is shark. And yes, there's my grill critter behind it, and on the left is my computer, which has a couple of sound things to try and keep it the noise from hitting the mic. Behind it is my Focusrite Scarlet Solo, my grill critter, some hair ties, my VR. No, that's my Ring Fit. That's my Ring Fit actually, and my computer. The red bottle is Grill Critter. Grill Critter is a, it's really popular in the Netherlands. It is a type of seasoned salt. You can put it on French fries. You can put it on, well, you can put it on whatever you want, honestly. But it's salt, onion powder, garlic, some paprika. I think there's some shredded bell pepper in here as well. Yeah, wheat pepper. Onion powder. It's a delight. Hello, Goliath, and welcome. Sounds good. Can you win that? I can tell you a story about it because it was a lot more expensive than I thought it was going to be. I made a mistake. So. I got. I wanted more. I wanted Grill Critter, so I went to an import site where I could get it, and it was a reasonable price, a little bit more expensive than I would have liked. It was just a little bit pricier than I was going to be happy with, and so I clicked the button and ordered it, and then a day later, I look at my bank account and realize, oh no! As expensive as it was also the same price for shipping. So I ended up spending like $30, I think, on the container of Grill Critter, and like that's a really big container. It's a sizable container, so I ended up spending like $30 on that, and $30 on shipping. And it's like, ooh, it's worth the 30, but it's not worth 60. It's real good though. I love it. I think the closest they have in North America, I think the closest that you have here is Lori's Seasoned Salt. Lori's seasoned salt is not grill critter, but it's the same kind of thing where it's a tasty salt to put on things with other flavors and like paprika and whatnot. But grill critter is kind of its own thing, and it's real tasty. Grill critter tastes like grill critter. How expensive with a little hat cat? So all the things in here, except for the grill critter, on to you. Where'd it go? All of these things here were donated by level 5 Vaporeon to the channel for the giveaway. So these were very kindly gifted to the channel. And I appreciate that. By the way, don't forget to like the video and stuff if you want. Like, it'd be cool. Anyways, so none of this was actually paid for by me, though obviously I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money on shipping. But I accept this. I accept that lovingly. All right, so Fox is going to Tuzzy. No one seems to have really pushed that away. Don't forget to like the video. True. Oh. I like that. I'm keeping that. Can I make that a channel thing? Can I just make lick the video a channel thing? Would you be okay with me stealing that? Like, can I just use that from now on? Because, okay, I love that actually. That's gonna become a thing. I'm making that a thing. Lick your phone screen. Do it. Do it, cowards. Okay. Which of my mods wants to manage this sort of raffle thing? You already was before I said that. Good plan. Good plan. Wait, wait. Sorry, I just realized I'm on your... I didn't think that through. Hold on, I need to reassess this. I thought of that as a funny gimmick. Then it's like, oh wait a minute, I'm on the screen. I'm asking people to lick me. That's kind of weird, actually. It's funny as a cute thing. It's funny as a haha lick the video, but lick your screen is like I'm not telling you to lick my cheek. That's weird. That's like super weird. That's I mean moving on. So no. If you don't want licking your cheek, the buck, no buck. Lick the video, not me. No. Someone save me. I need help. I need an adult. Food stream. Do I need to switch the hyena? We are adults. Oh no! I'm in even more trouble. Oh. The yin is actually done. I don't know when I'm gonna use it, but lewd rebrand box. You know, I'm gonna share that. A lot of people here don't know what that means. I'm gonna share that. There's one of the early memes that I made was that, and this hasn't really been shared outside of mod chat, outside of like mod chat and V creatures places. But it's this. In case of emergency, break glass. If you want to instantly break 5k followers, just, you know, whirlwind slam on this glass and you know, lean into the popularity. Let's go. No, I put it there as memes. But then last year, before I had the, before my new model also, but when I was having some really, really rough times, what was it? What was I playing that was treating me super poor? It was Saga 3. Saga 3 was just being a burden to me. And I just had a long string of games that just felt like they were going nowhere. I felt like I was just doing real poorly. No, Scarlet I was actually pretty happy with. No, Scarlet, I mean when I was like sort of like in the rough times. So I updated it to this and posted it to my mod chat. So, yeah. Yeah, if you remember that time, that was also me having a rough time of, like, being in between models, of, like, not having this model not completed yet. Because this model, I've told the story before, but this model's creation process was an absolute nightmare. It took so long to get this thing pushed through. And, well, it's here, and I love it. Leading to this. Not today, Hammer. Not today. Ah! Where'd it go? Connect. Reset. So yeah. I don't know, this model is pretty. I feel like this model is pretty and beautiful and cute and not, like, overtly sexy, right? Like, I don't have the giga boobs, you know, like, a lot. So you have some VTubers who have, like, the N cup that, like, goes out to here. It's like, why? Why did you do that? Why do people like this? I don't even understand. Like, it just... I don't know. I'd rather be cute. I'd rather be, like... I don't know, approachable and friendly and cuddly. I don't want to be gigaboo. And that's what I try for. I don't know if I succeed. Although it's kind of funny, my actual... anyways, yeah, well, anyways, moving on. Gigapacks are way better. HRT is a wonderful technology. I'm just going to leave that conversation at that and move right along. So. Which of my mods wants to handle the giveaway? Yeah. Which of my mods? One of my mods needs to raise their hand. I'm waiting for your question. You already said that, Camo, but you didn't give a question, so unless that is the question? Wait, is that a question? Not exactly. How do I do it? You grab a pen and paper is how you do it. You can't, you're cleaning? That's fair. Do I love little hat cat? I do. I love all of them. They're so cute. They're just wonderful. Okay. I want everybody who is interested in the raffle. Is that a macaroon? Yes, it is. It is. It actually, they're wearing a macaroon as a hat. That is exactly correct. Alright, so anybody who is interested in a prize, and only one, you have to pick one prize. Everybody who is live in chat who wants a prize, type in ! followed by the prize that you want. That's what we're doing now. And this is what Connor is going to be writing down, is everybody who's interested. So ! followed by the prize that you want. You can use, if you use the, yeah. We'll let this go for a few moments as I talk about other cool vibe things. Tuzzy, you're getting the fox. I think that no one's going to contest... you know, yeah, sure. I don't think anyone's going to contest you on that, Tuzzy. Oh my gosh, Timothy did. Timothy, you can pick something else, actually. Vaporeon, how... No, I'm not on the menu. I'm not on the menu. The Jade is not on the menu. Ah! Timothy, would you pick something else? The fox is going to go to Tuzzy for their mod. No! What? What? Getty, I appreciate your restraints. I look. At least somebody has restraints. Like that's. I appreciate. Thank you, Getty. I'm just gonna say that. Thank you. Tara. You guys, how dare? How exactly dare? You have no self-control. We'll give it a few more minutes. Just messing with Tuzzy. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, just if you want something else, just tag what you're interested in. I think though, yeah, the fox is destined to be with Tuzzy. I think everyone kind of agrees with that. The big fuzzy thing behind the plushies. That is a giant beanbag chair stuffed with memory foam. Yeah, it's a big beanbag chair stuffed with memory foam, and I love it. It's very comfy, just delightful to just pounce on top of, and it's not being rattled away because it's mine. It's mine, and I curl up in the middle of it, and I take naps, and it's very wonderful. And when I'm in my room and not like actively sitting on my computer, I sit on the chair, and I can still see my computer screen and my TV from there. So like, yeah. Someone jumping up for the penguin. Nice. Yeah, it's a beanbag chair without beans. True. It's a beanbag chair with memory foam cushioning. Jay's PC. You know this thing's gonna detonate at any moment, right? You remember that this computer is actually going to explode. You remember that, right? I've told this before on the channel, but I'll tell it again now, because why not? My computer is made mostly from parts, so I've been involved with, / worked for, a company that builds computers for a while. And, when they get back products that are damaged or destroyed, that are not sellable to another customer, well, they give, massive discounts to employees for those parts. And my computer is built almost entirely from those parts. And my video card caught fire once. True story, true fact story. My video card inside of my computer was running a little bit glitchy, was a little bit awkward on it. Like, okay, maybe I just need to do some troubleshooting. And then it spouted a 5 centimeter tall flame out of one of the capacitors in the back of the card. I shut down the computer. I mean, it was already crashed, obviously, but, you know, I unplugged the computer. I pulled the video card out. I cleaned it off. I said, huh, that's weird. Probably not great. So, I go into... I don't even think that joke's that funny, Camo. So I go into work. Next time I was at the main office. And, yeah, I put in the video card into a test bench. Tested out, and it works. It still worked. The card just still worked. Okay. I guess we've released the factory-installed fire, and now it works fine. So, I guess... You know what? I'm sure it's okay. It's a 2080 Ti. I'm not like gonna toss it. It's a good card. Like it's a 2080 Ti. Like it's a strong card. So it's fine. It's fine. I'll put it back on my computer. Been using it ever since. That was more than 2 years ago. So that was before I started streaming. Works great. Aside from the thing where it crashes with OBS sometimes, though I don't know what that's related to. It could be some of the memory, because all the memory sticks tested bad at one point. It could be the hard drive, because the hard drive is a 10 terabyte hard drive that is technically damaged, and all of my data could be gone at any moment. Fun fact, that's the channel. That hard drive drops. I have some of it backed up. Like I have my model and stuff backed up. But I would lose a lot, and that could die anyway. It's a 10 terabyte Western Digital Gold, which is one of their enterprise level data center hard drives. And oh, it's just kind of there. Yeah. I love this computer. But it is basically a time bomb. This computer is absolutely going to explode, and it is going to probably cause me physical injury in the process. Oh yeah, the power supply actually has a frayed wire. One of the power supply wires is just sort of scotch taped together. Yeah, one of the power supply wires is just scotch taped together, and it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Just fine. Wouldn't worry about it. Why would you worry about something like that? It's fine. Do you just show a site where I can figure out parts for a new PC build? Nah. I'll use this until it detonates, and when it detonates, I'll build my own again. You know, when it detonates, I will use yeah, probably Newegg, and just get the specific parts that I want, because I know a lot about computers. I don't need to use someone else's help to build it. I assume you're gonna say like PC part picker or something. It's like I'll just go onto Newegg and pick out the individual componentry. My luck is the only thing keeping it together. True, Tuzzy. My luck is the only thing keeping my life together. What is my life? What is my life? What have I done in my life that has not been like just absolutely hog wild? What in my life is not just held together by my luck? And not all good luck, mind you. What, like, my blessings and curses. Yeah, a PC part picker is good for people who are looking to build a computer, but if you know enough, and I do, if you know enough, you could just, like, pick the individual components yourself. Like, you don't need something like that. You just kind of, say like, hey, I want this video card. I'm gonna buy this video card. You surprised I'm not dead? See, that's how I know I'm immortal. I know that I'm immortal because I haven't died yet. Now, that might sound wild. That might sound crazy. You might say, Jade. That just means you haven't died. That doesn't mean that you're immortal. But no. I test it. I test my immortality by doing dumb stuff and seeing if I still survive. If I test out my theories, if I test it out and see if I'm going to die, and I don't, then I know that it's not just, oh, I'm living whatever. Then I know that it is actually immortality, right? We're all immortal till we're proven not right, which is why you have to test it. You have to make sure that you're immortal. If you think that you're immortal, and you don't, like, go hiking in the middle of the wilderness for a full day without any food, or try to climb an 80-meter pine tree that you just found randomly on a hike last Sunday, on a hike. This pine tree that looked like it had a couple sturdy branches low down. I'm like, what? I could just scamper up the whole way. So I just skated. I scampered up like 3/4 of the way up the tree. I was like, this seems fun. It was a delight. Peter, be gonna go test it. You will perish. A immortal. No, I'm not. I am not immortal because of these vials. This is the gender fluid. Yo, I actually have some of the gender fluid drink. There's a soda called gender fluid. It's lavender and lemon, and it's actually really tasty. I actually still have 2 bottles of it left. Shoutouts to Omega Mart. Narrative risk. Dirk was not immortal. You have imperial evidence towards being immortal. Yeah, because how the heck are you alive anyways? Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. You understand where I'm coming from. Like, yeah. Okay. All right, 1 second here. You're not immortal, but you've kicked Death's butt 3 times so far. Nice. I've been to a Omega. Yes. Every year I go to the Consumer Electronics Show for work. You know, CES, and that's in Las Vegas, Nevada. I stay with a friend. I hang out there, and yeah, it's a good time. I go hiking in Red Rock Park, which is a wonderful thing. And in this past trip, I finally made it out to see Omega Mart, and it was absolutely delightful. I actually have a stream about that. About my time at Omega Mart, where I also almost died several times that day. That was a fun trip. I didn't die, so you know what? It checks out. Yeah, Omega Mart was an absolute delight. I was really impressed by it. I didn't think it was going to be that much going in. I just thought it was going to be haha weird meme stuff, haha weird joke stuff, and it ended up being like a really powerful and effective and interesting, like, entire thing. Stop asking Death on dates. Aww, but they're hot. 1 second here. Sorry, just organizing the raffle stuff. We'll give that, like, 1 more minute. 1 more minute to put in any last raffle votes. Each person is allowed to put in a raffle entry for 1 prize. Many of the prizes are uncontested right now. There are several uncontested prizes. You must be in either Canada or the US or a part of Mexico that will accept, shipping. You're in Cali? That's easy. Big stretch. Should I use my Twitch more? Genuinely, I'm curious. Because I keep on getting Twitch followers. People keep on finding me either through, like, Sprig Stream or finding me on TikTok and, like, then following me on Twitch because they look for me on something like, oh, hey, it's Jade. I'll follow them. Like, cool. I don't do that. Like, I'm not a Twitch streamer. I hop on there, like, once every other month for something that I, like, just, like, whatever. And yet, I still consistently... I got a follower 12 hours ago. I got another one yesterday. I got, like, a couple more... 2 more within the past week. If I go back for 2 weeks, I got, like, another 6 or 8 more. Like, why? How are you finding me here? Think it'd be fun for side content like Valorant? Yeah. I am at 250. 251 right now on the Twitch.television. And I just don't know why. I just genuinely do not know why. Like, I mean, I get that people like my content, and I guess people are just kind of like, oh, maybe they'll stream over there sometime, and maybe I will? That isn't not announced, so I guess you do have to follow if you want to see me there when it pops up, but it'll be posted in the Discord. Like, the Discord is really the best place to go. It's 15 less than you. Like, oh my goodness. I saw somebody who I knew hit 500 followers on Twitch, and I said, hey, congratulations, like, in their chat and stuff, like, and they're like, oh, thanks. And they like, oh, you're at 230 or whatever it was at the time. Don't worry, you'll get there too. And I'm just like, uh-huh. Yeah, I just might. Like, I have, what was my current TikTok number? But I broke 2K. This is kind of the 2K celebration stream, I guess. Yeah, I guess this is the 2K celebration stream, isn't it? I should have posted it as such. I should have actually, like, I should have actually, like, made it that official. I didn't really, whatever. But this is the 2K celebration stream. I also have 6,416 on the clock app. I think I'm over 2K on Twitter as well. Oh, no, actually, no, I'm not. I'm actually only at 1,600 on Twitter. Oh, okay. I thought it was higher than that. Ah, whatever. But YouTube is the one that matters to me. Well, TikTok matters to me too, but YouTube is the one where I actually care about it. But yeah, this dude was like, oh, congratulations, I'm sure you'll get to 500 too someday. And I'm just like... Yeah. It was cute. It was a cute moment. And yeah, shout out to people who stream on Twitch. I respect it. It's just, my platform fits so much better on YouTube because I don't care about, well, I care more about views and people watching my content than I do about live numbers. It's more important to me that people enjoy my content than that people show up live, right? If you go back and watch, if you go back right now and watch through Illusion of Gaia, I'll be overjoyed. Whereas on Twitch, it's like, how many lives do you have? How many concurrents do you have? That's the metric. That's the important metric. And yeah, I like my live viewers. I look at my live viewer count, and I love all of you. And the support that I get from live viewers is very important to me. My live viewers support me in a way that the other viewers don't, because you're here and you are willing to say, hey, I have input, I have thoughts, I care about you, I have compassion, I respect you. But my non-live viewers are the ones who are like, hey, you make some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to consume this at my own pace, in my own lifestyle, with my own desires. And that's how I consume content, so that's kind of like the content that's... What are my pylons? I'm doing pretty good on pylons today. What do you mean by that? Are you talking... How do you mean that? But what I mean by that? Hold on. Have I actually talked about that before? So... Pylons, to me, I use as spoons. Saying that you have spoons? Or that you have, how many spoons you have for doing activities that day. That's a pretty common thing, especially in neurodivergent circles. It's like, oh, you're supporting me. Oh, I've never played Kerbal. Okay. So when I say pylons, I'm using it as spoons. How many pylons do I have? I need to construct more pylons. I'm out of energy. That's how I used that before I heard the spoon thing. So I use that. I've used pylons as my energy count. Wait, it's a neurodivergent thing? Not exclusively, but it is more common in with people with executive function. If you have executive function, which can include ADHD, like me, which can include autism, which can include anxiety or social anxiety or any of these things, any sort of neurodivergency tends to limit the amount of things you can do in a day. And neurotypical people tend to be able to manage the amount of things that they can do more effectively. It's just a fact, right? And so the idea of using spoons is a measurement of how much you can do today before you just tap out and say, I'm done. I can't do any more today. I am out of spoons. I am out of resource. I have to go lie down. I just can no longer anymore, is primarily used by neurodivergent people, because neurodivergent people are people who experience that more often, more readily than neurotypical people. But before I knew about that, because that term only came out in the past couple of years, right? I mean, I've had ADHD all my life. I was diagnosed in 3rd grade, and I had a teacher that didn't believe it was real. I had a teacher that refused to allow me to get my medication, my prescription medication, who refused to allow me to go to the nurse's office to get my prescription medication because they didn't believe that ADHD was actually a thing. Yeah, so I've had that was a while ago, and the world's a better place now. I hope. I sure hope it is. That'd be kind of cool if it was a better place. But yeah. For me, most of my life, ever since I played StarCraft, was I must construct more pylons. I'm sorry, I'm out of pylons. I can't do anything else. I can't build anything else today. Nope, no more units, no more pylons. I'm out. So I used that before people started using spoons to mean the same thing, to mean the number of things that you are able to succeed at. Yeah, ADHD is pretty common and accepted, and I'm really glad for that, because I grew up in a time when it wasn't, or at least a place where it wasn't. I grew up at a time and place where ADHD was thought of as an excuse for why bad kids didn't score well. It was thought of as an excuse that rich parents gave for kids that were performing poorly. It's like, no, it's a thing. My brain don't work right. I'm kind of broken. I kind of need the help, and with just a little bit of help, the meds work, and I can complete things, and it's fine. But people who had never experienced it believed that it didn't exist because they'd never experienced it, and literally were incapable of conceptualizing the fact that it existed. We're seeing the same thing with transgender people today. People who are cis look at trans people and just cannot actually empathize. They have no empathy because they can't imagine what it's like to be trans. They can't imagine being uncomfortable in their own body. Like, what would that like? They don't understand that, and because they don't understand that, they're not willing to accept that somebody else has it. We saw it in the past, fairly recent past, even with gay people. Well, if you don't want to get, to have a gay marriage, you don't have to have one. Well, guys don't, it's not natural for guys to like other guys. Yeah, it is. It actually is just a natural thing that happens. It's not natural for girls to like other girls. It's just a phase. Like, no. Some girls like other girls. Just because you've never experienced that, just because that isn't something that's in your heart, just because you haven't understood that in your life, doesn't mean it's not real. So yeah. Seeing that now with transgender people. We saw it in the past with gay people. We saw it in the past with ADHD and other mental illness and autism, especially that one. And yeah, in my life it's been ADHD and transgender stuff. But I've seen it before, so I kind of knew what to expect when I realized it. in, you know, a good chunk of the way through my life that I was transgender, I kind of just wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised by the reaction because I understood why the reaction was happening. Because I knew that it was coming from a lack of empathy. It was coming from a place of people not being able to accept you because they can't understand you and can't imagine that what you are is real and natural in your heart, because it's so separated, it's so divorced from anything that they have experienced that they just can't understand it. And the proper answer, of course, is respect it. You know, like, if you don't understand it, that's okay. You probably can't. Honestly, it's probably impossible for you to understand it, because unless you have that feeling, it's going to be very difficult for you to connect with that and understand, hey, this isn't the body that feels right to me. Like, that is a line that just doesn't make sense for most people. So they don't accept it. And it sucks. And yeah, it's just cool to accept that people know what's in their hearts, right? It's kind of a cool thing to tell people, like, hey, what you're saying is valid to you, and I don't understand it, but let's make sure that you get the help you need, or you get the support you need, or you get the medications you need. Whatever. Alright. Sorry, this is a huge tangent because it's something that's very important and needs to be said, I guess? But it's also a huge tangent that just completely goes into the side realm of reality of, you know, whatever. Sorry. This is all just my brain doing things. Giveaways time. I think we're just gonna do the giveaways and then we're gonna end stream, because that's kind of where we're at right now. We'll do giveaways, I'll open it back up to AMA again. You're making fan art of me? I appreciate that. I love fan art. Like, sharing my videos with other people, like helping me market the channel, because marketing has always been my weak point. Fan art and fan content, like, you know, fan art, are some of the most important things to me. Fan art and marketing support are the two things that I value most highly, and I treasure all of them. And every week, every time I make a schedule, I always put a piece of fan art on there, and it fills me with joy. Okay, so. Congratulations to Madisev. You are receiving a macaroon cat. DM me your shipping information in Discord. Here. Let me get the... What's my Discord name? How do I see that? Disable streamer mode. There it is. DM me on Discord with shipping information. That's how it has to be. That's the only place I'm gonna actually remember it. Maybe I'll send a link to the vid. If you want to send a link, send it on the Discord. The Discord channel is where I have to manage things. Like, that is the social media that I actively use. I'm on Discord like every day, 24/7. I am constantly on Discord. That's what I look at when I pull my phone out. I don't go to, your name isn't Magisev on Discord. Tell me, and then just let me know. Just say, hey, this is Magisev on YouTube. I won the macaroon cat. Getty, congratulations on the penguin. Yep. Getty gets the penguin uncontested. Tuzzy gets the fox. Dragon Timothy put down for the fox just to meme on Tuzzy and just to be like, haha. But then they didn't actually vote for anything else, so I guess they're cool with that. Beanbag. No. Neither Durg nor Tuzzy actually get the beanbag. Me. Vaporeon, Tuzzy, Buck, and Camo, no. You do not acquire me. This is no, this is not allowed. I do occasionally say when I'm going to conventions. I do occasionally cite what conventions I'm going to. If I'm going to Vancouver, Midwest Fur Fest, Anime Central, CES. Those are my 4 conventions that I usually go to every year. So, if you do want to meet at a convention and be like, hey, what up? I would be more comfortable meeting in a convention space. But don't like just run up and hug me, you know, be like, hey, things. Oh, did you have that too? Oh, Dirk, you get head pats. Ideal? Okay. Tara, for Tuzzy. No! I love her. No. Tara, good girl. Tara, stay. My channel. Going to Camo. No! The channel's like the most important thing in my life right now. It doesn't go away. That's like genuinely one of the things that brings me the most happiness right now is streaming and for all of you people, and making content is just makes my heart soar. So no, you don't get my channel. You'll throw a water bottle at me, fair. My old model, Tuzzy. I'm not going to give you the actual Live 2D files, but if you want any models or poses or PNGs of it, I can fire it up and get that to you. I'm actually okay with that. I've done it for Buck multiple times for memes. You know, Buck will be like, "Hey, I could use something that looks like this for a meme," and I'm like, "Okay, you got it. I will give you a library for that." So actually, if you want any model stuff, like, you know, with the intention of either making fan art or memes or stuff like that, yeah, just hit me up. Yeah, that's fine. My random knowledge. You can get that if you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and you can have all my random knowledge for free. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I do. That makes me proud, that makes me happy. I do know a lot of things, and I've lived a long life, and I've done a lot of amazing things. And then and Camo is awarded with Tuzzy. Sorry, Tuzzy, that's the rules, that just happens. Which means we have several unclaimed prizes. Which means that anybody who's watching this within the next 48 hours, if you would like to drop the same thing, just an exclamation point followed by the item you're interested in, then we can see if that we can add a little bit more to this. There's a lot of unclaimed prizes. Otherwise, the people who have one, I'll just ship bonus things to. Like, I might just even include a Gundam to each of you or something. I don't know. I don't know how Gundams work. I thought Gundams were like $100 a piece. I thought they were like super expensive. Oh, I don't know Gundams. Yeah, poggers! But yeah, Whirlwind slam the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Apparently that actually does help me. Like, apparently having the notification bell alive actually is useful. You get a $5 and a hug. Nice. And yeah, join the Discord if you want to vibe there. But yeah, anybody who won, just slam me the your info in Discord, and I will ship out sometime at some point this upcoming week, probably. Though admittedly, a lot of it's probably unless it's like it's probably going to be shipped to the US and then shipped out, so it's probably going to be like a week or so before it actually gets over there. Or yeah, that'll probably be for the US and Mexico ones. Otherwise, it'll come Canada post. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. I hope that you have a wonderful evening, everybody. This has been a delight. This is fun. I'm always weird about just chatting streams. And I shouldn't be. I should just do it. I know people like it, but... How to phrase? I usually don't enjoy other people's just chatting streams. is what I'm trying to say. If I am watching another channel, I'd be like, oh, it's a just chatting stream. Skip. I'll just go to the next playlist and watch through everything in their playlist. Like, that's how I consume media. That's how I consume content. What the heck did my hand do there? That's how I consume content. And that's why it's so strange to me. That's because I'm not used to interjecting chat. True. But that's why it's so strange to me that people want to talk to me, is because I personally love talking to my chat, but I don't love when other streamers do it. If I'm watching a YouTuber and they have a channel update, it's like, okay, I'm just going to go to their playlist and pick something that I haven't seen yet and watch that instead. So I don't know how to do it because I don't do it. Because it's not something, because everyone makes content, the kind of content they like. People make the kind of thing that they want to watch. I don't usually want to watch less chatting streams. Therefore, I usually don't do it. But I enjoy it, and I apparently do well at it because people keep on showing up for them for some reason, and I have a good time with it. But I'm always a little bit odd about it, so I don't know how to continue because of the new D&D games, right? There's 5 streams a week. If we do each major game twice and one D&D stream, one tabletop game stream, then I don't know where to shove my just chatting streams. I don't necessarily want to do it on Twitch. I kind of want that to be here somewhere. So, ow. In summary, I'm just a weird internet lizard, and thank you all for watching. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, ring the bell, leave a comment. Follow your heart, live your dreams, and I hope that all of you have a wonderful evening. Good night, friends. Lick the video. Do that. Not me. Don't. No. The video. Like there's a like button here. Lick the like. Lick the like. Lick. I'll figure this out later. It's fine. I'll figure it out.